Okay guys, this is your new lesson. You are figuring out what portion of an object is shaded. I kind of like this lesson because it's not super mathy. Keep in mind I drew all these pictures, so human error is involved. Okay, so first one we're looking at here. The first thing you need to do is to get the shape cut into equal size parts. So I'm going to make some more cuts in it so that there are 9 equal size squares. Okay, so that's the first thing you have to do, is make sure that you have all equal size pieces. And then the top number is going to be the shaded, how many that you have shaded, and the bottom number is how many you have total. A lot of times people try to do shaded over not shaded, but it's shaded over total. So how many are shaded? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are shaded out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5/9 of this object is shaded. Now this starts out pretty easy, but for some reason when it gets to be a bigger shape where you have to start cutting things into smaller pieces, people get confused. So just kind of stick with me here. Okay, the second one here, you can see that already we have 4 objects that are the same size. So there's no reason for you to do any cuts here. Again, the top number is how many are shaded. That's just this one here. And how many do we have total? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1/4 of this is shaded. Okay, this next one here. We do not have objects that are the same size. All of our shaded pieces are the same size, but the inside is just one giant piece. So what I'm going to do here is cut it like this, so then you can see that all the pieces are the same size. They're all facing different directions, and some are upside down, right side up, whatever, but they all are now the same size. This tends to be the hardest thing for people to figure out, is how to make everything the same shape and size. So that's what you're going to need to really look carefully at. So how many of these are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 shaded triangles out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4/8 of it is shaded. If you have a calculator or you know how to do this in your head that will let you reduce it, or you're a good reducer, then you would know that this will reduce down into 1/2. So 1/2 of the object is shaded, because you can see 4 are shaded, 4 are not. Okay, here are 2 more objects. They're going to increase in difficulty just a little bit here. You can see on this triangle one here, we have 3 smaller triangles inside of the big triangle. What we need to do is get it cut into equal pieces of triangle. This is where it challenges people if they're not the best spatially. So I obviously know how to do this because I've done this for the past 5 years. But hope maybe or maybe not you figured out how to do it. But that's how you would do it, to cut these into equal size pieces. And then how many of them are shaded? 1, 2, 3. 3 are shaded out of a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's a total of 3/9 that are shaded, and that can be reduced to 1/3. This drawing on the next one, I'm going to say, is not my best drawing ever. So okay, let's cut these into equal pieces. It's supposed to be cut directly in half. You can see that I did not necessarily accomplish that very well. But here is my best attempt at cutting it into equal pieces. So we have 2 that are shaded out of a total of 8 pieces, and this could be reduced to 1/4 of the picture is shaded. Okay, here's another example. These ones are all squares, so these ones are a little easier. Again, I'm drawing challenged, so just keep that in mind. They're supposed to be the same size. They kind of sort of don't look like it. But of these, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are shaded, and there's a total of 9. That would reduce to 2/3. But again, if you don't reduce it, no big deal. The last one is by far the trickiest, and then I'm going to go over 1 or 2 from the homework just so you understand how you're supposed to split those up. Okay, here's an example that people just tend to get wrong on quizzes and tests because it's kind of evil, because you can see that here one of these squares has been split in half, which means that you basically have to split every single square in half to figure out how many pieces there are total, because now each triangle, let me undo that last one, each triangle is going to be counted as a half a piece. Some of these have to be cut the other way because of the way I colored it in too, which makes it even more evil. So let me cut these all in half. Obviously, I'm going to just do a real rough job of it. Now we can figure out how many total triangles there is, and once we figure out how many total triangles there is, we can figure out how many of them are shaded. So when we look at this, each triangle is 2, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 in a row, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So 6 times 12 is 72. So there's a total of 72. I mean, you could have sat here and did this, but I did some math to figure it out because I'm lazier than that. Now let's see how many are shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 out of 72 of these are shaded. Now, you can see how you could easily screw up this because I started to miscount even as I was doing this video, so it would be very easy to miscount on a quiz. So just make sure you're careful on these, and just if you were curious, 1970 seconds do not reduce. So that would be the final answer for that one. I'm just going to show you a picture of your homework and how to divide that in case you get confused when you get to that. On second thought, I changed my mind on which assignment you're doing, so the one that I'm giving you, I don't really need to go over. So you should be good to go. Let me know if you have any questions. I have a Zoom next Thursday at 9:30 in the morning because I'm sure you all want to get up to see that.